Howdy, my name is David Cabrera, and today I'm going to talk about why physical and intellectual activities are important and their role in my life. I chose this topic because it has been a really intense part of my life. Uh, it has helped through all my life. It has impacted me in different ways. It has changed my own personality. It has changed my own way of thinking about stuff. I mean, it has helped me mentally, intellectually, and physically. And I believe that this topic is important for all people because they might be feeling like that. They might also be thinking about this kind of like dualism about the physical and intellectual, and hopefully I can help in this manner. First of all, I would say that I started to like the physical. I started to focus on the intellectual part because I grew up as a really with parents who really care for my own intellectual. They bought me a lot of books. They helped me study. They made me focus on studying. Even I had to even do homework because before the homework was even assigned. I think that was really helpful. That made me get interested in a lot of topics in science, in culture, in language. That's how I'm able to speak different kind of languages also. But the problem is that because of that focus, I wasn't able to develop myself physically. I hated to run. I hated to do physical activities. Sometimes I was even really fat. Because all other kids around my age, all elementary, middle school, all the boys were like, "Oh, let's play soccer or let's do some physical stuff." I wasn't really good in that. I felt isolated sometimes. And I felt isolated because I focused a lot about classes and homework. And they saw me like a weirdo. That started to change when I became what I got into college. I thought really like a young adult to just focus on doing exercise to make myself look better because I felt like I could be stronger because I was in the time that where I could be like a man or something like that. So I started to go more to the gym. I started to do more exercises. Uh, that helped me, but I thought maybe I should just not stop thinking about the intellectual stuff because that will affect my. I don't want to think myself as a nerd. I don't want to be a nerd anymore. Which I mean, it helped me to think that doing exercises and getting stronger physically was important. So that made me just not care a lot about just reading, and I left that behind. So that was the bad part. In the end, I I started to talk to this guy who was really into philosophy, also in lifting and doing weights. So he made me realize that I don't have to pick one or the other. I could try to focus on both parts instead of just thinking that I should just leave one behind. That's why I started to combine both stuff. I started to read again, also try to do exercise, which is kind of difficult because sometimes I don't have time to balance one to the other. So sometimes I end up doing one, sometimes I end up focusing more on reading and not doing exercise. Sometimes I just do exercise and not read at all. It's kind of difficult because I'm still trying to know how to control my own life and to balance it. So in conclusion, I started to focus as a kid at intellectual stuff to fortify my mind. In college, in the beginning of college, I started to focus more on the physical stuff, becoming more powerful. But then now I'm just trying to balance both ways, trying to be intellectual, also being physically strong. Um, it's a difficult part, but hopefully I can. It can be done. I mean, it just requires sacrifice and a lot of will and strength. Um, that's it. Thank you so much.